Hi everybody.
Hello again.
Happy Sunday to all of you. Today
Yes.
is an amazing day. We're so excited. We just got home from church. It was amazing. Gail Decken did such a great job.
She did.
Yes, she really did in Cindy's absence. And we had a wonderful musician called Sheba, the Mississippi Queen. She was incredible. So please feel free to go to Oakbrook's Facebook page and Oakbrook Center for Spiritual Living or Oakbrook CSL and see the service and see the music, and it's wonderful. Wonderful.
It was
wonderful.
all amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be proud, Cindy.
Yes, very proud, Cindy. And so today we're talking about and expanding on what Gail talked about today. And she talked about not taking it personally. And I got like a little halo going on there.
That's because you're the light of God.
I am. So we're talking about don't taking it personally. And I'm just going to close that window. How about that? It's a little better. And really the whole point of the matter is that sometimes people just need to vent. They need to say what's on their mind. They need to get it off their chest. And instead of sitting and thinking, what can I respond? Or how am I going to take this personally? Or how am I going to take this and be hurt by it? Just listen. And actively listen with your heart and your mind. And allow for them to know that you hold space for them while they're telling you how they're feeling.
And if you're feeling like it is about you, the Disney's got a song for practically everything, but my most favorite one is "Let It Go, Let It Go."
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the biggest thing, is just not taking it personally. And I know it is difficult. I still struggle with that from time to time because I'm a very sensitive person, especially if it's somebody that's very close to me that could hurt me with the words they're saying. But as a result, I have lost, I've had my kids say to me they can't talk to me about it because they don't want to hurt me. Because sometimes it is me that they're upset with. But the biggest part to remember, especially as a couple, is that when you are upset, that is not the time to speak about it. It's not the time. I know you want to fix it right away. I know you feel like it's, you need to be heard and you need to be validated, but guess what? That's not the time for it.
Actually, we had our spiritual daughter. We went to her graduation last week, and the one thing she said, because she seems to have the perfect guy for her.
Yeah.
But she said the one thing that irritates her the most is that he won't discuss things with her. When he's mad, she'll have to draw it out of him.
Exactly.
And we told her, Natalie, the man,
he's right.
He's right.
He's absolutely right. Because you know what happens when you are flooded with emotions and hormones and all that rage and all your buttons have been pushed and you are triggered, guess what? That's when you lash out. That's when you lash out. And that is when it becomes dangerous.
You say things that you really don't mean to say.
You mean it.
You may
just
mean
don't
it.
mean to say it out loud.
Say it. Exactly.
Because anybody who says, I didn't mean to say that when I was angry, guess what? You meant it.
They meant it. They just didn't mean
You just
to
didn't want to say it right then. Okay? So the biggest thing to remember is wait until a neutral time. I learned this while I was in the program for girls, the Cord 2. And it was very difficult to do as a teenager. But when you're upset and heated, you take a break. You go, you calm yourself. You get into a better headspace. And hours later, you bring up the incident and you say, when this incident happened, not you always or you never, just when this incident happened, it made me feel this way. Don't say you made me feel. The incident made me feel this way.
And I think that's the main rule that we've lived our relationship based on.
Mm-hmm.
Because, people ask, why don't we argue? It's not that we don't disagree.
Right.
It's just that we always find that neutral time to discuss our disagreements.
To discuss it, yes. So in 11 years, we've been so blessed, and we've only had one incident that we can think of, or at least that I can think of, that we would classify as an argument. And I didn't even know we were arguing at the time, because that's not what arguments look like to me. Coming from the relationship I had
that's because
before.
we don't yell, but
yes, we don't yell.
We don't do the yelling thing.
So it was later on that evening, she looks at me and she says, today was the worst day of my life. And I said, why? Because we had such a great day. We were in the studio. We were laying down some tracks for our CD. And I just thought it was such a wonderful day. And she says, because we had, and at the time it was 5 years, she says, because we had our first argument in 5 years. And I said, oh my gosh, when did that happen? And she says, well, remember this incident? And she brought up the incident in a doctor's office that had happened. And what really the end result was that I did not honor her above others. She did not feel that I had her back at that moment because I was so busy thinking about how it was going to make others feel and how others were going to look and how we were going to look. And I did not stop to think that she did not feel honored. And that was my main concern always. And now we have a trigger that says if you're starting to feel triggered this way and you're starting to feel like you're not being honored, please just say to me, baby, remember that incident 6 years ago now? And I stop everything that I'm doing and whomever I'm speaking to and whatever I'm going through, and I stop myself and I say, am I honoring my wife right now? Because that's what it's about. When you get in a relationship with someone, you're telling them that you will hold them safe when they're their most vulnerable.
And that's when they are their most vulnerable,
you have to hold them safe.
And don't take things they say personally if they choose to speak at that particular moment.
Right. You just hold space for them, and you just know that they're being vulnerable right now because everybody comes with trigger. Everybody comes with pre-installed buttons. Thank you, Cindy.
Gotta love those pre-installed buttons.
Pre-installed buttons that have been put there by us, not by anyone else. We install them ourselves because of the incidents and things that we've gone through in the past. So just try to remember not to take it too personally. Well, happy Sunday to everyone.
And until tomorrow.
I hope your week starts out really amazing, and special thoughts going out to the people here in Ocala who have been affected by the sinkhole. We are holding you in our prayers. Special thoughts to our daughter-in-law, Grace. Her car was flooded, completely flooded, all the way up to the dashboard. Poor thing.
It was her car on the news.
It was her car on the news, in the newspaper. You could see her trying to come out of her job. She came out of her job and the cars were all underwater. She had to wade out to her car. It was incredible. So special thoughts going out to Gracie today too. And just knowing and holding that the best is going to happen for her and that she's going to end up with an even better vehicle as a result. So,
and everyone else who is involved in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bigger
absolutely.
and better. This or something better.
This or something better. Absolutely. And so we just want to say so long for now. Have fun and
deuces.
I keep waiting for her to do it. Deuces, everybody. Love you. Bye.
Bye.